Okay, are we live? Okay, you guys can hear my voice. Alright. So those who are now tuning in, coming in. Don't be shy. In a few minutes, we're gonna be showing off what's new in Star Nexus. Been a while since I keep you guys updated. But a lot has changed since then. So I'm just sharing the live link right now. Okay, so I'm gonna show what's new today. Everyone's already seen it, so let's get into the game. Hopefully we don't have a problem with the live stream, right? Yep. Let's play Star Nexus. So first thing first you guys are going to see is that the game has a new loading screen, right? That shows different areas in the game. So you will see that when we enter. Just waiting to connect to the server right now. And here's the new loading screen, guys. Okay, so we're going to show you guys one of these updates because the Wi-Fi was acting up a little. So one of these updates, right? One of these updates is a new animate for when we have to watch speed, right? So I'll show you that. Also updated is that Discovery, the Discovery USS Discovery NCC 1031A or the Discovery Refit now has moving nacelles from when it goes into warp, right? So I will show you guys that now. There you go. Let's go up to warp speed. And there you go. The nacelles close. And when we come out, they open up. Also, it also happens when you do sport jump as well. Let's sport jump. That rotation is a bit off, so I would have to fix that. That rotation is a bit off. So before I was making some updates for Discovery, and because this new system where it includes the nacelles closing and opening, when it comes to the sport drive, it's easier for the warp drive, but when it comes to the sport drive, everything to do with the sport drive is a kind of tricky. Kind of notice that the sources section rotates not in time, so I have to update that, right? So that'll be something I'll fix off the live because anytime I open Roblox Studio, it's another problem, right? So next we have new characters for battles. So we now have Megatron ships and the Narada from the Star Trek, the Kelvin Timeline Star Trek, right? Plus we also added some new enemies within the game, as you guys can see here now. These guys for some reason have a way of wanting to ram into you, right? So I don't know why. I never programmed them to do that, but it does it on its own, right? So, which is more intriguing because it gives you a little more freedom, you know, because you never know what outcome you will go. They're a little bit unpredictable, right? So we're doing that now. That's what these guys. I think I made an update to the after still tuning the multi-sport drum because like I said, with this new system with the new cells, everything has to be redone and tuned, right? So there might be a few bugs. So let's see if it will function properly. There's some slight technical difficulties. Keep pushing. Yeah, it's doing the same thing over a little more smoother now. As you guys can see, I'm multi-jumping in the NEXUS movie. Okay, at least I don't know, like when I came in the game, for some reason the planet texture wasn't able to record. I don't know what I was recording, I can't remember recording anything, right? But for some reason the planet texture is not moving properly. Yeah, come on. These guys have a habit of wanting to push ships, right? Also, if this cable happens to get in a collision, you'll also see the missiles separate from the ship, right, and also probably go on top of the hull, and then realign itself, right? So I don't know why some of these textures not loading in. It's probably because I'm on a live stream and there's that. Also, one of the main reasons for causing lag in the game is actually when players join in and for some reason they'll do something as stupid as spawning like 1001 ships. You understand? Like, you get teleported to one ship, so why would you teleport? Why would you use 1001 ships, you know? So, we do have that problem, and now that there's, as you guys can see also, which is another update, you can see there's explosions when you fire these ships. So the more ships it has and the more these explosions, everyone who knows about Roblox, more explosions cause more lag, right? So we try to minimize it of not having too much ships spawning at one location, so it can be visually looking good and more effective when playing, right? Also, if you just spawn in a set of ships at spawn, it's going to make it bad for other players who try to spawn in a ship, because these ships spawn in at certain mark points in the game, right? And they don't spawn it anywhere else. So when you are teleported, you are teleported to that specific mark point within the game. So if you're already spawning a ship, then a player is trying to spawn in, they cannot get onto that ship. You understand? So some players just do that and it's just like get on my nerves, because why would you spawn in a set of ships? You are one player spawning one ship. Here's a good example of it. Look right here, right? As you guys can see on the screen, there was two players. Look at this. You're going into the space up, increase my speed. Right? We are entering the space up and look. Look at those side signs. See, there's 3 players. I'm on Discovery. Another players. There's 2 other players, right? Tell me why would you spawn in all these ships? Like, it doesn't make sense. You can't fly all of them at the same time. There's a saying not to call people dumb, but like some people just need dumb stuff. It doesn't make sense to do that. You know? And sometimes us game developers have to get bad reports saying, oh, this not working and that's not working. But then there's stupid players that do stuff like this, you know? It makes it harder for us, because the main reason why I updated the whole system is for players to be easily transported to the ship. So no longer you have to look for a teleport brick for you to teleport on the ship. As soon as you click the ship name, you're teleported onto it. So why the heck are you still teleporting onto the one ship? It doesn't make sense, guys. It really doesn't. Let's take a look and we'll see how difficult it will get. When you see that when you see these ships now coming in and these ships are not functioning or moving, you will now see that they're going to be a lot of lag problem early on, right? So now I think we are fighting with Terrans. So the Terrans, and I forgot what that ship is name. I think it's a ship from Hero. I've been adding so many genre ships, I lost count on where these ships are from, but for those who are named, yes, I'll be bringing some hero ships. I plan to bring some hero ships, so yeah. So far I'm talking to her, so I'm going to see my opinion. Well, you guys will just get it on a rerun. That kind of song old. That kind of song old. Yes. Those who's missing are you guys will be missing a real life reaction. You guys will be missing a comment. And you'll be able to talk to me. But if you guys want, and I should do this more often, comment if you guys are watching on the real one. If you guys want a chance to interact with me, ask me questions about the game, you know, stuff that you like to see in the game. I always say I never says no. I just say probably not at the right time. I know many players know I keep to my word. You know, when I learn new stuff, you add it to the game and we try our best to make it possible, right? Only one thing I would not make possible is someone said, put the bridge out the ship. Like, that's not a Star Nexus today. Our reality for Star Nexus is that the game must be as realistic as possible. And according to the staff fleet manual, the bridge belongs on the ship, not off the ship. This is not the TARDIS. You know, this is not the TARDIS where the room is somewhere else, you close a portal and the room is somewhere else. No. And when you enter the ship, you're literally on the bridge, right? Like I can zoom in here. If I zoom in on the Discovery, which has a window for a view screen, right? Zoom in. I'll find a way if there's a way to increase the zoom in speed. Right? It takes ages, Roblox, it takes ages. Right? As you guys can see inside the bridge here, lights are flashing. Right? And you can see where we're flying to is what it is. Right? This is the bridge inside the ship. Right? So you can fly from inside the ship if you are good at that. I know that good. Right? You can fly from inside the ship the same way. Hang on, let me stop the ship. Right? Right? The same way you see the blinking lights is the same way if you go outside. To show you guys that the air is inside the bridge. There's a blinking lights again. Those are in Discovery. There's a bridge right there. Right? So there you see where they're getting fired on the bridge and you see lasers passing through. Right. You can zoom in more. And you'll be able to see me. There I am sitting on this captain seat. Right? So at Star Nexus we focus on, you know, creating reality. You understand? Your ship don't shake that much when you get fired on, but like if you're not sitting in the captain seat and you're literally like sitting on the standing up, no correction, standing up on the bridge, your feel slight jolts when the ship is being fired on, right? So we want to create that experience. When there's an explosion on the bridge, is literally the ship getting fired on. You see where the bridge is getting fired on, and you see those explosions. If you zoom in, you'll see the same set explosions. So it's not simulated, it is actually the ship being fired on and the bridge section being fired on. Right? So we are not like other games where you have the bridge 1,000 miles away. You know, to me that's like wasting time and space, because they have to find a way to hide this bridge and be convincing that they are literally on the ship. To me, if the ship could fit, if the bridge could fit on the ship, which they can, because these are 3D models, you can make them to size. That's why I tell you guys, it might look small, but if you compare it to other games, our ships are much more bigger and to scale, right? Especially when it comes to our bridge as well. What I do when I scale in the bridge and it is the right height is I put a copy of my player next to the bridge. So I will have an idea if this is to scale, right? So just the same way the bridge is to scale on screen when you watch Star Trek or Halo or the Orville, right? As you guys can see, yes, we have the Orville in here, the USS Orville just fly across the screen a while back, right? We have the Orville, we have the Orville, we have the Halo, We have Transformers, like I said, just so you guys will see Megatron, the Megatron ship, the Nemesis will be in here. Future time, I don't understand. I can work on a bit for the Autobot ships. So you will see Optimus Prime, my bad, that's going too fast. You'll see Optimus Prime ship also joining in to fight off Megatron ships, right? And the thing is like, with Star Nexus, we're not like other Roblox game where you guys just have missions for that specific ship. So let's say if you have Transformers, you're not only going to be fighting Transformer bad guys, you know? You're going to be fighting every genre bad guys, right? So you'll be fighting Star Trek, Halo, Star Wars, you know? So let's go on. We have the Manila Falcon from, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong a little. I have a slight title, okay? But we have ships on around planet also to have friendly small vessel ships from Star Wars also to come in. You know, it's a lot of work. And when I say it's a lot of work, because I wish I could, if I could open screen and see you guys up behind the scenes, what really goes on. It's a lot of work. You understand? Currently there's like, in the game is 49, I believe. I can use around 49 ships in total for player use, right? And we have a lot of content, not bad guys. I probably passed more than 5, right? So every time we update a bad guy, we have to go through 49 ships. Each of them has individual turrets that fires these lasers and torpedoes. You understand? And it's not like one, and instead it's individual pieces. You have to install it into it, because we want to make sure when they fire, these lasers, they are, or phasers in Star Trek term, it is more accurate. That is literally like being fired from that point, you understand? So, doing that for 49 ships, and I'm planning to go to 100, so it will be a little more hectic for me in the future, you know? And seeing that we are getting new content, you see, he's ramming me. That dude, these bad guys, for some reason, just want to ram into my ship. For some reason, they don't want it. I don't know why, you know? And like, they're so hard to defeat, you know? It is interesting, but I feel I'll have to turn on the health a bit. As we pass by, these are ships that still yet to come to the game, as you guys can see. These are ships yet still to come to the game on display. So anytime you come to the game, you can come and see the fleet yard. I'm really trying my best to see if I can get these ships out. And right before the year done, I'm going to try to get these ships out. And we could get in some more ships, right? Now the problem with ships is not that lazy. Sometimes it's draining one, but sometimes also is the main problem is requiring getting bridges done for these ships, you know. Some of these ships is like, you know, it's hard to get the bridges as a 3D model for these bridges, or sometimes we have to get it built, or sometimes we get a raw shell of these bridges, or sometimes we do, for example, the most hardest thing was that to get, one of the most hardest thing was the Orville. We cannot get the USS Orville bridge, and if I was USS Orville bridge, call it as well, there, right? Wasn't able to get the USS Orville bridge, and I have to go and use some kind of hacking software. Now, guys, don't sue me, because it's sometimes happens with static alike too, right? But someone had to go and use a kind of software to get the bridge, which is, it is so rare to get the bridge of the Orville that you have to literally go into the Orville game and get the 3D files from the Orville game, right? So we could actually, and when I got it, it was like a raw shell, no details, nothing. I didn't even get textures for it. The guy was kind enough to offer me some screen display textures, and that's about it. So I had to go in Roblox, add parts, and make sure the bridge looks the right way, you know. So there are a lot of things. There's a lot of things. So that's another kickback. Hopefully someone will be kind enough to probably be actually a builder and to get some bridge built, because right now, hang on, let me jump to, I know I'm gonna cringe when I see that. I'm a perfectionist. I like everything to look perfect, and see the story sources going a bit slow. See the story sources going a bit slow. When I should be speeding up to speed and jumping, it's a little cringy. You understand? So I gotta fix that. But let me set coordinates for Mars. Oh, it's already set. Let me set for Mars, and I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys some of the tricks that for this. But this is also see that this posting it. Right? Okay, so we have Mars here, right? As you guys can see, we have two of the Dauntless class, right? One is this one over here is on Star Trek Prodigy. Now the Dauntless class, we got that as a raw model. So I had to add in my details from impulse drives, details to the warp engine details that I but this is an example of a model we had with textures, right? So there's sometimes we have to acquire ships with not much detail, and sometimes we already got the details, right? But it's still a game. You still gotta do some construction in the ships and stuff, because it's easy to get a model, well not easy to get a 3D model, but it's also another set of work building these ships in Roblox Studio. You know, getting these things properly done in Roblox Studio. Oh my god, that looks like section 31. I'm seeing a lot of head bars. That's section 31, right? I'm not all over this, but you gotta keep up with what's coming in with the what comes in with the game as well, right? So as you guys can see, all the head fans, that's a section 31 ships, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of section 31 ships, just like in Star Trek Discovery. So we have the Vengeance from the Kelvin timeline movies, and we also have some ships from Discovery, section 31 ships from Discovery, right? So we got those two. So yeah, we got a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of everything, you know. Trying our best to make every side. This game is basically after the whole Paramount issue. This game has become a sci-fi game, and before that it just being a one genre style game, right? And the reason why we haven't gotten taken down. You know, we are more sci-fi, so any sci-fi spaceship, it doesn't have to be in a TV show. Once I see the sci-fi spaceship looking cool, I add it. That's if you can find it in theater as well. Right? As you guys can see, let me tell you straight on the this is one of my friends. This guy who actually asked about the bridge. Oh, those are wondering why sometimes I put some errors and typing stuff. It's because I'm actually have to type on my phone because I accidentally throw water on my laptop and the keyboard is all messed up. This keyboard is not perfect. So I'm automatically playing on my phone. Bruh, come on. Okay, I'm doing it. You can see that. Right. So this is very electric. Okay, that purple beam means that ship with a skull who likes to run into people. It's still around, see what it continues. Let's get up to speed now. Here they come, here they come. Now, they are black ship, right? So you won't be able to see them at first, but if you like something like color behind them, you'll be able to see them much better. Or in front of the sun, you'll be able to see them come to life. There's one right there. We just have to there's a rest coming in. There he is, down there. There is the vengeance, as you guys can see. So the darkness also blending along with the black skybox. But that's not. Let me see something. If I jump to, let's say one of those nebula, for example, I jump to the Badlands. We happen to get, look on top of it, right? We jump into the Badlands. Right. If everyone follows us at the Badlands, you'll be able to see it. Because here's more color background. Oh, I don't know if I show you guys this on YouTube, but this is the Badlands, as you guys can see, a lot of lightning flashing, you know. Here's the Badlands. I'm planning to do like where Discovery was entering also. It kind of looks like the Badlands. This is kind of, this Badlands also inspiration from Discovery as well, you know. So, but I'm planning to make the edge of the galaxy as well. So I'm being fired on, so hopefully we'll see one of those ships comes out and section 31 should come towards me. I've seen a green face here. It's fired on you, so I'm guessing probably the breed. Oh my frick. Oh my god. There's the breed. I'm not gonna say it's the breed. There is the breed. Guys, see that big behemoth? There he is. There's the big mothership breed. Oh, let's see. Someone just joined again. As you can see, the game functions really well. As long as it's just been overspawned, you know. Ah, there's one. Ah, he finally comes to meet me. Getting me some torpedoes. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit loud. Come back. So me get a review. So you guys see one of the text to the one first. That one is from Discovery. Someone must have goofed up at Swarm again. So yeah, it's not that the game is laggy. It just some players will just do some stupid stuff. Yeah, it spoils the game for everyone. Yeah, it's a very I think they could probably do like the score drop animation you say at the last episode of Star Trek Discovery. Thinking of doing that, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But one day I shall achieve that. That's Inarada. Inarada from the Caribbean Continent. It's also on the board. Jump back at Mars. No wait, I'm not gonna ride it. I think the next ship some small, I think cooler ships. Yeah, there's no gonna ride it, so I'm not gonna ride it. So also added new soundtrack. I created myself, so I won't get copyright for this video. There's no soundtrack into the game, so you guys are worried about copyright, right? Like creating myself, you guys can play with comfort, don't worry about copyrights, and live stream. That's how we did because it's not that's one. That's another one. Right now, you see now that's what I'm saying. Now we are having fun. Because like players do stupid stuff. Players make it hard for them to enjoy a game, you know? And they make it hard for the players to enjoy a game. Because like, there's literally, you guys saw from the game started, there's literally one user. Spawn a ship, you alone use. Not anybody else's ship. Other players don't need you to spawn in your ship. What? Now the spawn ship is glitching out. Like stuff that are some sort of sensitive like the spawn drive. Because it doesn't like when the game lags. I'm so sorry that this is a demonstration that you see, but sometimes, again, like I said, players do stupid things. And see, right now he's in the brain imaging and stuff like that. I'll try to see if I can try out something like spoken into the game. Players think it's smart to do stupid stuff. Okay, let me see if I can see it. Well guys, seems like we gotta end the live stream. Let me try. Let me come out of the game. I'm gonna try and open studio hopefully the window crash, the screen crash. I'm sorry guys, but I know it. If it does, you guys can watch the journey behind the scenes of what goes on and how we do stuff. Right? You guys gonna see how I'm gonna work on the sport right now. Once the screen will crash. So let's exit the game because you can't play, you know, but it's something you're gonna see that. I know, it's like I have to. Okay. So let's open studio. Hopefully it don't crash. And we can send live. Those who want to know what's on my screen, there's a lot of projects, so okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I can tell you guys before if we get cut off because like for some reason on this laptop studio, especially when opening this game, pulls a lot of computer power. So live streams there's lag. So I'm gonna open the game now. Okay, I think we're there. Are you guys with me? Okay, welcome to the brains of the sports, right? Okay, so this is where I goofed up. Here I need to change. Copy this. So when the cells move in, then saucer will also be spinning, because that's what happened in Discovery. Right. Now we can delete this from here. No way about that. Bam. So the source of no screen. Alright. So yeah, this is how big, this is the main script. This is when you click on certain section of the sport drive. You understand, on the ring activation code. This is not for a multi-jump, right? This is not for multi-jump. This is the main script for the sport drive. As you can see, it's a lot of programming. You understand? So it's not a simple script for the main script, right? Here's for animation script. There's the animation script for the sorry, yeah, it's like distracted from the hear myself on the TV. But this is the animation script here for when you're doing multi jumps, right? So we have a whole different thing for that. Jumps, right? So you see it's a lot more smaller for activation. And 1 second, let me open the door for my sister. Alright, so it's basic when it's activation, right? So I think we fixed the problem there. This button is pressed, and as then go here the song effect, which is Zap 1. Zap 1 is the song effect for when the source bits start to spin, so you will hear that song effect. Then so you will also see now here with a shaft 1, 2, 1 and 2, that is the two spinning shaft that controls the spinning blades for the rotating this on discovery, right? So it waits about 2 seconds. Then you see it says jump. These are basically scripts I mark as jump for the sparks, right? You know the sparks that is emanate from the ship every time it jump, right? So the spark for 1 second. It makes the main ship transparent, right? So these all that from the cells as well. Then it goes to Zap 2, which is the spore drive when it rotates itself, right? So when the ship sort of rotates, it pulls into itself not just the rotation source section, right? This is where, as you can see here, where it says now, this is the script here for the whole ship to rotate, right? So these components actually has motors in them. So this script is just literally telling the motor what to do, right? And it completes this whole system here. Right here where it says BV. This is for when the ship drops, right? So it shuts off the something called body force. Right, it's like a thruster, like a rocket thruster, right? So it pushes the ships down, right? So this is the mass weight. It needs to push the ship down at a fast pace. You understand? So and then when it completes that task of jumping to its new location, then it starts, then everything goes back to normal. So it keeps the ship level. So we have X, Y, and Z axis now carrying this. So the boat pushing force. So the ship now is level. So it's not moving up, down, or side. Right? It's staying level at a certain height. Right? So that's the script for that. And then you can see a shuttle, right? That the rotation disc, the main part of the ship become visible again, no longer transparent. The nacelles now move out, right? That's the new part of the script I added. They now move out, and yeah, we turn back on the light speed. When you see light speed is literally like warp, right? So instead of the same warp effect, they also now turn on, right? So it turns back spore drive, right? So let's update the game. Hopefully no player is in, so we can just pop back in while we make these new updates. So the whole component of the sport drive, coding the sport drive is easy. Is the how do we set up everything for everything to function? Because it's easy to write a script, but not for some, right? But even if you have the script, you have to know the right components you need to add on to create this sport drive. Because the sport drive script or coding needs a specific amount of component for it to be operational. Once a component is not there, the sport drive is trash. Everything is trash. Nothing can work. So it's the same way this kind of function. Okay, so we got update. I think I can close studio now. Just gonna check to see if anyone is in the servers. The Roblox app itself doesn't show it. Wait a minute. This player literally go and tell me to put the bridge outside the ship, and he's literally playing a game that doesn't have ships with bridges. Come on, bro. Look at him here. He's there. Hey, that's free advertisement. Now why Roblox Studio just take for ages to close? For those who wonder, it's not my PC running slow. It's just a live stream, right? Going to restart servers. Okay. So let's open. Close up the browser. Yes, it works. Fix it. Here comes more bad guys.
Well, seeing that I talk about the oval, let me bring on the oval, you guys. And you guys can see here the oval bridge. There's supposed to be a screen on this side, but I don't know what's going on. So let's slide over the switch. Also, yes, you can see outside. So the oval was remodeled as well, including within the bridge, right? Yes. Why is the warp speed not working? I gotta fix that. Okay, so that's for the oval. Guess I gotta fix some stuff on it. Let's get rid of this ship. I go into the new ship that also has another update. Let's go to Star Class. The updated more version 1, which is the USS Prodigy. I've seen in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2. Okay, the new update is now that these phasers now fire like actual phaser arrays. So it's only when the ship is around that the phaser fires in that location. So let me stop and demonstrate that for you guys to see. You won't see phaser flying anywhere else other than at that specific location. As you guys can see, that guy starts there, they fire there. And the next update is when you go into Polar Warp, you have a new Polar Warp look, right? You hit it. Ready, look at it. And we are into warp speed. And back to the right? So if you guys can follow spawn, there's another thing on the screen which you can see where it says those numbers. The bottom one shows you where you at, and the one that's the distance from spawn or distance to spawn is literally telling you how far you is from, and go fast. As you guys can see, the number from distance for spawn is now down. I have to travel in to walk from there. Right. And according to this, we should be close. So we'll come out the walk. Then we need to go down. So we're passing. Need to go down. Right, spawn should be where is the spawn? Okay, we're moving away, so turn around. Right, all you just have to do is watch the distance number go down and you'll find spawn again. Oh, we're going up. Okay, hang on. You maximize my graphics so we can get full view. Very tough sometimes to find exactly where spawn is by these location codes. Sometimes I put a rock too far. It's gone too far. Right, just you can see that terrain ship down there is hiding in a blind spot, so the phasers will not fire at it. It's only when it's within range, then it can fire. So if I turn down, as I see you, the phaser will fire at it. And go. For some reason he's hiding from me. As you guys can see now we are functioning and there's not even much lag. And because players sometimes does stuff stupid. Like you can have 101 ships if you use only one player. I think one update I have to do is like when anything within so now it's targeting one part so they activate with or put in there whenever the any part get damaged your head goes down. Right? So because I realize like sometimes it's not fear for bad guys wanting to get destroyed, you're still supposed to get destroyed as well. And with the phasers attacks everything else on your ship, including that main target that brings down your health. So I think I'm gonna do something about that. There we go. One more, and that's the next door. Okay. Godly God. I think I need to make the Death Star a lot more bigger. Yep, section 31, not a feeling, sir. It's section 31 and they came from the Polish class. Torpedoes probably got damaged. Oh no, they're working. There's a big giant green. Well, seeing that we are having flying at those and my torpedo launcher probably got damaged. No section to the washer slides are not going down. Gonna make a little update on the health. Right guys, so we're gonna close it off for the night while I work on that update. Right, so and see you guys later. Hopefully we will get some of you in the chat. You could pop in and say hello, ask questions. So that's all guys. Guys keep safe, be good, and do good. I'm out.